So in the last class we were discussing about data structure. So this is your session 3. In session 1 we have seen introduction to data structure. We spoke about classification, definition, operations and all. In the next session we have seen about searching. We discussed in the last session about linear search and binary search. In today's session, let me see how to insert the element into an array. I told you inserting an element into an array, deleting an element into an array. In today's test session, we will see how to insert an element into an array and how to delete an element into an array. I will discuss the algorithm as well as the program. So let me explain what do you mean by insertion. Inserting an element at the given position in an array is called inserting an element into an array. I repeat, insertion means inserting, inputting or adding an element into an array at the given position. So here I have taken an array A, consider an array. So I have taken the array elements as 10, 20, 40, 50 and 60. So the array subscript I told it starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my array size is 5. The subscript starts from 0 to 4. I have inserted 5 elements into an array. Now I want to add a new element into an array. What will I do? I have to add a new element into an array. I will give the position as 2. And what element to be added, that I call it as an item. Now my item is 30. So what I will do, move number 60 to position 5. If I want to add my item 30 at position 2, already I have element 40. So what I should do, I should do 60 to position 5, 50 to position 4, 40 to position 3. That time this place will be vacant. That time we can insert the element, that is an item 30 at position 2. So see, I have written move number 60 to position 5, move number 50 to position 4, move number 40 to position 3. Position 2 is blank. So at that time I will insert 30 at position 2. I will explain you while tracing an algorithm how we are going to insert the given element at the given position. Now let me see an algorithm. Now for I is equal to n minus 1. So n is nothing but 5 here. 5 minus 1 it will be 4. So I is equal to 4 down to p. What I will do? A of I will give it to a of I plus 1. For example, see here. A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4, 10, 20, 40, 50, 60. Okay. Now, according to your algorithm, what I do, I add the item at the given position. Imagine here I have taken my position is nothing but p. P is equal to 2. What element I should add? My item. I will take it as 30. Okay. So let me see how we are going to add. So A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4, A of 5. So according to your algorithm, now what did I tell? N is 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4. What is my I value? I value is 4. Down to P till the position we will be tracing. What is your position is 2 here. Okay. Now A of I am giving to A of I plus 1. So what is my A of I? I value is 4. A of 4 is 60. That where I am giving A of I plus 1. That is 4 plus 1, 5. To A of 5, what I am giving? A of 5. That is A of 4, 60. So 60 I am moving it to the position A of 5. Okay. So 60 I am moving it to position A of 5. This will be light, I will write it later. A of 5. Next, again for loop I value gets here. Just I will again trace of 4. A of 3 is what? 50. I am giving to A of 4. 50 is shifted to A of 4. Again I value gets decremented to 2. Okay. Now A of 2 is 40, where I am giving 2 plus 1 3. A of 3. So 40 goes to A of 3. 40 goes to A of 3. Now again I value gets decremented 1. So it is down to P. So here we are reaching the position that is 2. We can't move further. Now I am giving my item 32. What is the A of P? 2. Okay. So here I will add my 30. So your 10 and 20 will be in the same place as it is. I repeat. For I is equal to n minus 1. What is the n value? 5. What is 5 minus 1? 4. Okay. So your I value is 4. Down to P. What is your P value? 2. So what is the A of I? What is the A of I? A of 4. What is the A of 4? 60. 60 you are giving it to I plus 1. That is 4 plus 1, 5. So A of 5. So at the place A of 5, I am moving 60. So here also I have written move 60 to position 5. Understanding? Next I value gets decremented. I value becomes 3. So when I value becomes 3, what is A of I? A of 3. What is A of 3? 50. I plus 1, that is 2 plus, that is 3 plus 1, 4. I value gets decremented, that is 3. What is A of 3? 50. 3 plus 1, 4. So A of 4, I am giving my 50. So 50 I move to A of 4. Again I value gets decremented. I value is 2. Okay. What is my A of 2? 40. Okay. 2 plus 1, 3. Where my 40 will go to third position. A of 3, 40. Now this place is vacant. Now I value again further it will decrement, it will be 1. So but till where we should do? Down to P. Till P. So your P value is reached. My position is reached. What is A of P? That is item. What item I should insert? The item 30. So this place is vacant. Now see here. This place will be vacant. Let it be 10 and 20 as it is. Now this place is vacant till we reach, because our given position is 2. So we will reach till the for loop. When you keep on decremented, when we get the position 2, we stop, the condition fails, we got the position, and now we are going to insert this element 30 at the given position. Okay, this is the algorithm and tracing. We'll see the implementation by using a C++ program, how to implement to insert an element into a given array. So I have discussed about the algorithm, how to insert an element into one array, and we have seen the tracing, how to insert an element into an array. We have seen the step-by-step procedure by using the algorithm. Now I will explain you how to implement the given algorithm by using C++. Now I have written a program to insert an element into the array. So we are aware of, we have to include the header files here. I have shown you. You need to include iostream.h and iomanip.h. Why I used iomanip.h? Because of I am using a manipulator, set wm, del, all those things. Okay, you know why we need to use iostream.h, input output stream. Now your program execution begins from a void main. So from a main function your execution starts. Here this is a declaration part. I am using an array of size 10. I am reserving memory for my array. I am using in for loop the variable I am declaring here. To store the number of elements, I am using n. And to store the element to be inserted in an array, I am using a variable ele. Here P is the position where we need to insert the given element. So P, it is for positioning. How many elements? So how many elements you want to insert? Imagine I want to insert 5. So where my 5 will be stored? In the variable n. So what is my n value? 5. Now enter the array elements. Imagine here I am entering my array elements. What are my array elements? Here I will write. I am entering my array element as 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So what is my array elements? I am inserting 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. To read this array I am using a for loop. It will start from 0 to that is n, that is 5, and storing in an array. So enter the element to be inserted. What is the element I am going to insert? Imagine I want to insert the element 3. I will write it here. The element to be inserted is 3. Okay. Now I am asking you enter the position. What is the position where it should be entered? Imagine I am giving p value as 2. So 2 is stored at the variable p. Now if p is greater than n, what is your p? 2. It is greater than n. What is your n value? 5. Okay. If your position is greater than n, then we will tell invalid position. If your position is less than, if this condition fails, we will go for the else part. Now see, is this condition satisfied? No. 2 is not greater than 5. Condition fails, we will go to the else part. See here we have a for loop. So in the for loop, what is the I value? N minus 1. What is the n? 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. So I is greater than or equal to p. 4 is greater than or equal to 2. Obviously 4 is greater than or equal to 2. 4 is greater than 2. So now we will come here. What is the a of I? A of 4. I value is 4. What is the a of 4? What is the a of 4? My a of 4 is 6. So 6 I am giving to a of I plus 1. That is 4 plus 1, 5. So at the fifth position I am giving my value 6. So where 6 will be moved now? So 6 is moved to the given position, that is a of 5. Now again I value gets decremented here, I minus minus. I value is 3. So I value is 3. Now 3 is greater than or equal to 2. Yes, 3 is greater than or equal to 2. What is your a of 3? That is a of 3 is 5. That I give it to a of I plus 1, that is 3 plus 1. Now what is your a of 4? A of 4 should contain the value 5. Okay, it got shifted here, Now again I value gets decremented. I value is 2. 2 is greater than or equal to 2. Yeah, again the condition satisfies. 2 is equal to 2. Now what is your a of I? A of I is 2. 2 will end there. In 2 you have 4. 2 plus 1, 3. So a of 3 I am giving my 4. A of 3 I am giving the value 4. Now this place is vacant. I value is again decremented. I value will become 1. 1 is greater than or equal to 0. No, the condition fails. At that time the next statement get executed. So what is the element? My element is 3. Where I am going to add? At a of 2. Okay, at a of 2 I am going to add my element. I am going to add my item 3. Now your n will become n plus 1. What was my n previously? It was 4. 4 or 5? 5. Now it is 5 plus 1. What is the n value? 5 plus 1, 6. See, your n value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initially it was 5. After inserting or adding an element into an array at a given position, now your n value changes. Now after this, the elements after insertion are, see, before insertion it was 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. After insertion, you need to display this array. So after your insertion, what is your thing? It will display the elements which you have got. Now let me write the output for this program. I will write the output here. Now what will be output? How many elements? How many elements? Imagine you have entered 5. Next, enter the array elements. Enter the array elements. What are array elements? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Now, enter the element to be inserted. Enter the insertion are, what are the element after the insertion? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is an array we will get after inserting an element into an array. Next we'll see how to delete an element into an array. Okay students, now we were discussing about inserting an element into an array. Then we discussed about the algorithm as well as the program. Now we'll see how to delete an element from an array. How to delete an element from an array? Same procedure. They were being given an array. We need to know what element, what position, at what position we are going to remove that item or the element. Now here, initially what we did in the insertion, we used to move the number from, suppose for example we had 60, we had that 60, what we did, we moved to position 5, 40 we moved to position 4, like that. Here what we'll do, we move it to the upward. Once you delete the item here, once you delete 30 at the position 2, we just move, we move 40 to 2 and we move 50 to the position 3. So what will happen as a result of this, your n will become n minus 1. In insertion, you are going to insert an element into an array, so your array size will be increased by 1. Here you are going to delete an element into an array, so your number of elements will be reduced to 1, minus 1. So here it is n minus 1. Initially in the previous cases it is n plus 1. So removing an element into an array is called as deletion of an array. Deletion of an element into an array. I repeat, what do you mean by deleting an element into an array? Removing the elements. Removing the elements from an array is called deleting an element from an array. Okay. Now, see, I have taken 30 to be deleted. The element 30 to be deleted at position 2. So move number 40 to position 2. Once the element 30 is deleted at position 2, this place will be vacant. Once I delete, it will be vacant. So what I'll do, I'll move 40 here to position 2 and I'll move 50 here to position 3. So as a result of this, your array size, your number of elements n will become n minus 1. Initially it was 5, so 5 minus 1 it will be 4. Now after deletion, see your array elements are reduced by 1, so 10, 20, 40, 50. Before the deletion it was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Now let me trace an algorithm. Item A of P. Item, so at A of P, I am just giving the item. What is A of P? A of P. Your position is 2. So 2. What is A of 2? At position, so at position A of 2, your item 30 is present, isn't it? So your item 30 is present at A of 2. For I is equal to P, that is I is equal to 2 to n minus 1. What is n? 5 minus 1, that is 4. A of I plus 1, I am giving it to A of I. What is your A of I? What is your I value here? I value is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. So what is there in A of 3? That you are giving it to A of I. A of I is 2. So 2 position what you are giving? What is there in I plus 1? That is 2 plus 1, 3. What is there in A of 3? A of 3 what we have? A of 3 we have 40. That 40 I am moving it to A of 2. Okay. 40 is moved to A of 2. Once this item is deleted, 40 is moved to A of 2. Again, your for loop you have to increment. Here what will happen? A of 3. So here I value, once I value, in the previous case I value will be decremented. In case of insertion I value gets decremented, here I value gets incremented. In algorithm I have not shown, but I have just mentioned you I will be, for loop will be I is equal to P to n minus 1. So what will be the, either I value is going to increment or decrement. In the previous cases I value is going to decrement, here in this deletion I value is going to increment. So I will become I plus 1. So that is I value is now 3. What is A of 3? 50. So 50 I will give you, or I will give it to A of 3. Okay. So Now A of 3 50. Now 50 will go to the position 3. Okay, 50 will go to the position 3. Now obviously the elements we remove. So now 10 20 will be as it is. Now the item 40 is moved to A of 2. The item 50 is moved to A of 3. Then the condition phase will just come. Then the condition phase will just exit. Now n value become n minus 12 because previously our elements were 5. Now it is reduced to 4. Then we exit. Now we'll see how to implement this algorithm in case of C++ program. So I spoke about deleting an element into an array. Now I have written the program. We have seen the algorithm and the tracing. I repeat it. Removing an element from an array, we call it as deletion. So here what we used to do is we have to remove the element from an array. So as a result of that, your array size will become n array element size will become n is equal to n minus 1. Now we'll see the program, the implementation of deleting an element from an array. We have header files hash include iostream.h. So why we need this header file? To include input output stream. For all your C in your console in and console out we use iostream. You are supposed to include conio.h. For your clear screen getch function calls you need to include that too. Now I have used manipulator. Why? Because I have used a manipulator setw and then and all. If you use in your program, you are supposed to use the manipulator called iomanip.h. Okay. Now your program execution begins from the main function. This is your declaration part. In integer, I have just declared an array. I is in the for loop. I use a variable. So n is to store the number of elements. E element is to store the element to be deleted. P is the position. Okay. Now how many elements to be inserted? Or how many elements? How many elements? I just take here. Imagine I have given n as 5. Now enter the elements. I am just entering the elements. Imagine I am entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have entered 5 elements. Now enter for that to store the elements, to read the element from the keyboard. I have used a for loop. I have stored in an array A of 5. Now enter the position. Imagine I am giving my position is 2. Okay. Imagine I am giving position 2. Now P is greater than or equal to n minus 1. For example, my position is 2 is greater than what is n? N is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. 2 is not greater than 4. So this statement will not be executed. Okay. If your position is greater than this, for example, I have given my position as 6. 6 is greater than or equal to n minus 1, that is 4. Obviously 6 is greater than or equal to 4. So I will write it as, I will get the output result as invalid position. I repeat, have declared in array variables. So how many elements? I am just taking the input from the user, n elements. That is n value is 5 elements. Enter the array elements. I am reading the array elements 1, 2, 3, 4 in an array. Now enter the position. I am entering the position. What is my position? I have taken it as 2. Now this condition fails here. So 2 is not greater than 4. It fails here. Now I will go to the else part. If condition fails, I am going to else part. Now I am comparing. I am just giving at A of P. What is A of P? A of 2. At position A of 2, I am just giving my element. What is your element? Your element is 3. So what position you will be pointing? At this position. This I am giving it as. So at this position, if I mention what is my element? Your element is 3. Is it clear? You are only mentioning the position. Why? Because at that particular position, this element will be removed. So I am giving A of P, that is A of 2. A of 2 where what is present? What element is present? The element is 3. So for I is equal to P. What is your P value? 2. I is less than 5. N value is 5. Okay. Now A of I plus 1. What is your I value? 2 plus 1, that is 3. Okay. That I will give it to A of 2. What is your 3? 4. Okay. 4 I am giving it to. This will be deleted. So now 4 I am giving it to A of 2. Now 4 is moved from from this position to this position. I value gets incremented. Now I value is 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So what is my A of 4? I have 5. 5, I am giving it to 3. I value is 3. So now 5 will be moved to this position, that is position 3. Okay. Now 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Now we have shifted, we have removed the elements 3. Now 4 is shifted to 2, 5 is shifted to 3 position at position 3. Now again I value gets incremented. What is the I value? 4. Okay, but we don't have any more elements. So the condition fails. So now n will become n minus 1. So n will become n minus 1. The elements after deletion are, so what are the elements after deletion? 1, 2, 4, 5. So now when I write the output for this program, when I write the output, so what is this? First is how many elements? How many elements? So 5. Next, enter the elements. I am just entering the elements. Enter the elements. Enter the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, enter the position. Enter the position. So imagine I am giving the position as 2. So after this process, I have the elements after deletion. The elements after the deletion are, what are the elements after the deletion? 1, 2, 4 and 5. So I repeat. So what is the only difference between insertion and deletion in the sense, here in the insertion we are just going to move the elements now. So in the deletion we are going to just move the elements. 4 I have moved to position 2, 5 from 4 I moved the position to 3. Here it is n will become n minus 1. Whereas in the insertion your array size gets increases after adding an element, their n will become n plus 1. So what we have did, we have read the elements, we have taken the number of elements, we have taken only the position. So I have taken the position that the position contains. Now if I tell the position 2, at 2 what I had initially, I had 3. Okay, initially it was like this, 3, 4, 5. At position 2 what I had the element 3. When I trace the program, so what I do, initially I started from 2. Initially I start from the I values 2. I is equal to P, I is less than or equal to n. Here I value gets incremented. In case of insertion, I value gets decremented. In deletion, I value gets incremented. So what I do, this 1 and 2 will be as it is. Here once I tell this element will be removed, and here A of 3, I will give it to A of 2. So 4 is moved to this position. A of 4, I just move it to 5 is moved to A of 3. Okay, now the element got removed. So what is your array elements after the deletion is 1, 2, 4, 5. Why? Because at position 2 I had the elements 3 and 3 got deleted. After the deletion we have the array elements. See how many elements? 5. Enter the array elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have entered the position 0, 1, 2. So at 2 position we have 3. Now the elements after deletion is 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Now the element after deletion is 1, 2, 4, 5. So this is about deletion. Next we'll see, I'll just give an introduction about sorting. We have seen, so far we have seen linear search and how to insert an element, the deleted element. We have seen searching. In searching we have seen linear search and binary search. Then we have seen how to insert an element into an array, how to delete an element into an array. Next we'll see the sorting techniques in the array. Okay, we have seen about, I discussed about how to insert an element into an array, how to delete an element into an array. We have seen the algorithms as well as the implementation by using C++. We have written the program in C++, how to do the insertion, how to do the deletion, very important even for your lab point of view. These are your lab programs too, how to insert an element into an array, how to delete an element into an array. Okay, fine. Next we need to discuss about the sorting techniques. Okay, sorting is nothing but the arrangement of elements in some order. It could be ascending order or it could be descending order. We have different types of sorting techniques. We have bubble sort, quick sort, selection sort, insertion sort, heap sort, shell sort, radix sort, etc. But for your syllabus, we will discuss only one sorting technique, that is insertion sort. Okay, we have seen two types of searching, linear search, binary search, but wherein in the sorting we will see only one sorting, that is insertion sort. We have only one kind of sort, that is insertion sort. For example, insertion sort I will explain with an example and even the algorithm and the implementation in the next session. Thank you.